Como ça va, YouTube? Danny here at Cajun Hydroponics. We're still in the hydro section of the growing grass in the yard. Water is coming down finally, but I want to tell you a little story. We were unable to find an air conditioning unit. Made a couple trips out yesterday to different stores. Everything was sold out. Just a couple stores that were open were sold out. A couple friends, talked to them, told them we had the fans and everything. We were comfortable. 6 o'clock last night, one of my friends show up with a window unit. His house is full of window units. What he did was took one out of one of his kids' rooms, and the kids just doubled up for the night so we can have a window unit in our house. We didn't get down to 60 degrees, but we stayed comfortable all night, got some good sleep. That's the kind of people we dealing with over here. It ends up working well, and people helping people. It's amazing how that works out here in our area whenever we got stuff going on. So anyway, we're gonna do a quick walk around. We're getting ready to get out. We're heading to Lafayette, picking up some strawberry plants, strawberry starts from my partner Phil. He got them started for me, so I want to pick him up. He's been great already just to get him started for us. But we're gonna take y'all for a walk. The water's coming down. It might look bad, but I think we ended up with 12 inches of water total in the garage. About 10 inches more than we had with Barry. I'll be walking slow. Ooh, that water's cold. Look, I got some foam floating in from somebody's house. No telling where that come from. That ain't mine. My house too old for that. Got me a couple poison spray cans. Somebody lost that too, it looks like. That's what's bad about living right here on the edge of the bayou. As the water starts draining, I start getting a few things from people's yards. That's the main reason. I used to have a fence along the back half of the bayou, and that's the main reason I took it out. We get a couple storms and a little bit of flooding and some wind even, and I'd end up with all kind of stuff from other people's yard. Trash can blows over, what have you. So I took the fence down. Yeah, you can see in the back on the chimney, the water's come down a good 10 inches back there. Looking good. Let's see where we at on our pipe. Oh yeah, water's draining. I had people call me this morning and tell me, oh, the water's still coming up. I'm like, I know, I got 3 points of reference to show where my water's at, and it's not coming up at my house. So if it's not coming up at my house, I highly doubt it's coming up at your house, because everything in town drains through my house. Oh, the back of the greenhouse, even with all the water we had, we were still 6 inches, 5 inches from getting in the greenhouse. That's an amazing feat. I was getting word at one point that we'd end up having water in the greenhouse, and if I did get water in the greenhouse, it was gonna be changed from hydroponic to raised beds, because it's a mess to clean all that stuff once the water gets in it. I'm walking slow right here because, oh Lord, I don't want to fall in the water. We're down to, let me see, 3 foot 6 inches from my first update when I basically started a zero mark. So yeah, we came up 3 foot 10, 3 foot 11 was the height that we ended up getting. That's in the bayou. 3 foot 11, 3 foot 10 is where we ended up. My poor swing, man, I miss that. I miss my coffee in the morning, sitting on my swing. Coming down, boy. But anyway, going back to the neighbors helping neighbors, even if you don't know people, holding the door open, smiling, a nod of the head, good morning. You never know how that's going to affect somebody. Somebody might be having a bad day, and just a simple little, hey, how you doing, or holding the door open for them might change their whole perspective on the day, to where they end up smiling the rest of the day instead of being all booted and just letting things get to them. you helping them or you smiling at them might give them the extra effort to help somebody else get to feeling good about it. There's a lot of stuff going on in the world, and this YouTube community, the gardening community especially, there's a lot of great people, made a lot of great friends, and just visiting and talking, even as simple as sharing seeds, it might make the difference of helping somebody get something they wouldn't be able to get like that. Water's receded quite a bit. My aloe vera starts kind of got toppled over. We can be getting that taken care of. The dragon fruit, man, I gotta come back this afternoon. I gotta retie it. I did have some issues. On this one right here, I got a couple broken ones. I do have a surprise. We did cut the fruit off of here right before the storm. I don't remember if I talked about it or not. And I'm impressed. I am really happy with the flavor of the fruit, and you just have to watch the video. When the electricity comes back on, I'll be able to edit it. But everything's looking pretty good. Dragon fruit got a good watering, really good watering. You see what the backside of the yard looks like, and I'm gonna let y'all go. We could be getting out on the road again today for a little while, just to get the kids and the queen out the house. Oh man, I never even thought about that. My raised beds ain't secured. They could have just floated away. I'd have been upset, very upset. The ants, the ants. Yeah, look, he was about to float away, him. Have to get that fixed. But if you watch the video from last night, you can see this is looking a lot better. Everything's coming along nice. Like I said, from the beginning, we know the routine, we know what happens, what's going to happen. Try to be as prepared as possible. Granted, not having a window unit at my house was not the best, learning experience. And I have 2 of them that's gonna be at my house in the next week. Not gonna happen again. We do have plans to tie in the generator specifically to a couple different outlets that we're able to use. Jump a pigtail from the outside instead of running extension cords all over. Once we get rid of them extension cords, and it'll be just like living at home. So anyway, God, I took up way too long. Y'all have a good one. Pray for the people on the Texas-Louisiana border that was hit hard. Lake Charles was devastated. I'm sure other parts of that's the big towns. There's probably rural areas like I'm living in right now that's been devastated. Y'all pray for them. There's gonna be a lot of rebuilding, a lot of heartbreak, a lot of loss in those areas. Y'all take care. South Louisiana, boy, you gotta love it. Grow that. Later.